All right, y'all. So let me just get right into it. A little small rant. This new Windows operating system is the worst ever, bro. It takes hours, not hours, but it took a good 7 minutes to update it every time. But anyways, so there's new flaggets in the battle rap community. So everybody knows Tati, right? She does her little spaces and everything. You know, we cover that a lot. Well, we won't be covered. Well, we'll do what we want. Because apparently she doesn't understand copyright laws. All right, she flagged Eazy. She flagged battle rap crazy and a few other people that have hit me up saying they've been flagged. I don't know if she's flagged them or not, but she's flagging all these people because she's telling them, well, she doesn't want no one to use her little content, her little spaces content. But apparently now, as far as battle rap crazy goes, I know he just does a straight rip. Which can be flaggable. To be fair, I still wouldn't do it, but to be fair, it can be. But what Eazy did was not flaggable. That was 100% fair use. Now these people don't understand what. All right, this whole content, it's the worst thing ever, bro. All right, they come into the YouTube space or whatever, and they think that the content, my content, and they think you're stealing content when you're not. When all right, you're allowed to 100% react to anything, all right, on YouTube, on Spaces, as long as you're transforming it and you're reacting to it. All right, you can't just false flag. And apparently that's what's happening now. False flags are going crazy. And if all you have to do is fight it. All you have to do is fight it, and you will lose in court. Well, she won't take you to court. I'm positive of that, because not only will she lose all the money for taking you to court, you can actually get her to pay your lawyer bills, your lawyer fees. All right, because it's just ridiculous. What all right, unless you have a solid case, which is straight rip or limited to zero commentary, or just letting it play for chunks and chunks and chunks at a time and not saying anything, she has no case. All right, that's exactly what I do. All right, transform it. Now Eazy was on his live. Now Eazy's done this before. All right, so it's not like I have any sympathy for him, but what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. All right, don't just start doing this, because now you're gonna end up. People are gonna go after your Twitter. They're gonna go after your Instagram. They're gonna go after your YouTube channel, and it's just one big mess after another. All right. People were flagging my channel. Adept was flagging my channel. All right, with bullying and harassment and nudity and all this stuff. That's why I had to private a lot of my videos. If you notice, a lot of them were private. All right, I was getting hit with. He wasn't hitting me with copyrights, but he was hitting me with all these bullying and harassment. And then what he also does is he'll flag people who talk crap about me to make it look like I'm flagging them. And why? And then my mic just goes out for no reason. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about with Windows, bro. It's the worst thing ever. My mic just goes out for no reason, then pops back up because it's doing an update behind the scenes, but whatever. But this is the games they play. All right, they'll flag other. All right, they'll flag this guy and that. It's just crap. It's just crap. So why are you doing this? I have no idea. Because she don't like Eazy. She don't like the way he talks about her. So she flags him. All right. That's a misuse of copyright law. And it's shameful the way y'all misuse copyright law. I've never flagged anybody in my life. All right. And people who say they won't do it and won't do it, oh, they'll do it all the time. So you got Eazy, this whole text Swago or whatever, Sago, and all this nonsense. You got them beefing back and forth, and he goes on Spaces. So they go on Spaces, and people want to hear the Spaces. Well, now that if you're going to play the flagging game, nobody's going to care about your space no more. All right? Nobody's going to listen, and you guys are just going to talk to nobody. Like I've been telling you. I've been covering y'all little Spaces for 3 years, and y'all are just literally going to talk to nobody. All right, because if no one's recording it and you're going to put it on your space, but no one's going to care at that point. All right, it's only going to gain what, 150 views. So basically, y'all are just going to go up there and literally talk to nobody. All right, And it's not going to mean nothing. There's going to be no recorded history of it, and it's never. And you guys are just, but they don't care. They sit there up there for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. They're on there right now. They've been on there all day long. They've been on there since 6 a.m. They'll be on till 5 a.m. tonight. They get 1 hour of sleep, then they come back on, and they just talk. And this is why I'll never go on Spaces. Caps goes up there, right? All right. And then all these guys, they start talking about his arm and his handicap and this, that, and the other. And he tells them to SMD and they're like, oh my God, how could you? How could you? But it's okay to make fun of his arm, make fun of this, say you're corny, say, oh, you make a living talking about men. You guys sit on Spaces talking about men for free. But it doesn't equate to you. You guys are idiots. And you just over talk and you mute. And you wonder why battle rap's in this place that it is. All right? Because when there's actually good stuff to talk about and there's content to be had, now y'all start flagging. All right? Because y'all start acting like this is your precious content. You don't want no one to react to your content. Eazy goes live to talk about it. All right? I don't know whether he played a little snippet of the live or whatever. She flags him and takes his live down. All right? She took his live down. All right? And now he's going to take her down. And now he wants to take her Twitter down and her whatever down and this, that, and the other. And it's just garbage, bro. It's just garbage the way you guys act like when you can't fight back with words, you guys flag. All right. You don't like somebody, you misuse the copyright laws. And that's not what it's meant for. That's not what the copyright laws are meant for. They're meant for straight up rips, uploads. And even at that, it's like, bro, at the scale of Spaces, like, you really just gonna, all right, it's insane to me. All right, this whole thing is insane, and you wonder why I don't even cover battle rap anymore, or even care about talking about it or anything like this, because this is the games they play. This is the games they play. And it's not just the battlers. It's not just the people on Spaces. It's these other loser bloggers. All right, when they start getting in their feelings, what do? They start flagging me. All right, for bullying and harassment. And then they want to play victim on the other side and cry. All right, because they're a bunch of closets. All right, they're a bunch of closets, bro. And it's pathetic and it's weird. And y'all have a lot of mental problems in this community, bro. A lot of y'all. The whole lot of y'all, bro. I would say a good 90% of y'all, all right, are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, bro. And I'm not even kidding, bro. And it solidified when Caps went up to that. Go listen to the Space. Oh, we can't. All right, because no one can upload it. No one's ever going to hear it. No one's ever going to know. Now y'all are just going to be chirping for nothing. Y'all are going to be chirping for nothing. And you guys just go up there. And trust me, now that you're playing the flag it route, y'all will, all right, be so insignificant very, very soon. Henny Man on all these other channels, they were keeping you in the algorithm, keeping you relevant. Now that you've told them that they can't even upload your stuff no more, no one's going to go to your channel to listen to you, because that's not why we were listening to you. All right? That's not why we were listening to you, because of you. We're listening to you because of the things that you, like the topics, the people that were around it, the people that will come up there. But now that you're limiting it to only your channel, which nobody watches, all right? No, all right, you're just going to be irrelevant. All right? Your entire, everything's, but they don't care. Like, they don't even, like, you know what's crazy? They don't even care. They just do this because they're bored. That's what it is. They do this because they're bored. All right? They forgot how to live life. They're just bored people, all right, who sit on Spaces all day long, and they just don't, it's just, that's it. And then they get hours and hours and hours and hours, and then you got this doc guy, right, who's Eunice's manager, talking crazy to Caps, telling him he wants his address. He wants to pull up in his address, because these guys are talking crazy to him, all right, because he pulls up, all right, saying, don't be playing this flag it game. All right. And they're like, oh, don't talk to a woman like that. Oh, my God. And they're constantly calling him handicapped, talking about his arm, this, that, and the other. And then they want his address, bro. All right. They hate these Spaces people. They hate the bloggers, bro. They hate us, bro. They live in their own world. And trust me, it would be the same thing if I went up there. Even if I was respectful, they would throw all this, oh, this, that, I didn't battle fast. They say all this crap. all these lies that they just love to throw at people. All right, because they're losers, bro. It's just a bunch of losers, bro, sitting on spaces just saying nothing. All right, and now they're gonna start flagging people and flagging people. It just disconnected again, and it makes no sense. Look, it's just gonna keep disconnecting. Yikes, bro! Like, anyone, and I don't know what's worse, this battle rap community or Windows. It's all crap. It's all crap to me. This probably didn't even record. Who knows? Who knows? So, to cover this stuff, to even care at this point, it's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. Battle rap's in a horrible position, bro. Horrible position. Virtual battle rap is dead. All right, R.I.P. Regular battle rap is dying. All right, all these leagues are being weird. All right, people don't even the pay-per-views. They don't even know what they're doing, bro. And you know what? Let it die. Let it die. It's what you guys deserve. Love you guys. Peace.